excuse me.
What? Asking.
Hello.
Yes.
I have a
yes.
question for the mission. What do you like to listen to when you go to sleep at night?
I'm sorry. Your accent's a little thick. Where or with whom?
What do you like to sleep? With music? Oh, I don't know.
Who do I like to sleep with?
I apologize. What? When sleep?
Yeah, he's from St. Petersburg, I think.
What? Hello? Let's start over. What? Oh, shit.
No. Please.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know who that guy was. What an idiot. Hi. How's it going so far? Are you guys enjoying the panel? Yeah! We're enjoying the panel. Very much so. How are you standing up?
I don't know.
I hiccuped. That was actually, you just got the first laugh of the morning.
Yeah, it's been dead quiet until you got here.
Actually,
apart from when you started talking about Obama, right?
And the crowd lit up.
I actually hiccuped without realizing I did. Really? I did, right? Did I? Yes.
Yes, yes you did.
well, you guys, you can retire. I think I can take it from here if you really, unless I can.
No, we're not going to leave.
No.
No, well, good. We're staying for the whole day.
That's fantastic.
Let's stay. Which is, yes. Oh, this is way better now.
We should just have a martini bar here next year.
We should. We should serve out drinks. Anybody want a glass of water? Oh, that's a lot of. Okay, there's one.
Misha Collins, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Sebastian. Sorry about that. Oh, now where everybody's leaving. That's fantastic. No, go on. I'll wait. That's fine. Oh, you're lining up. Okay. Now I feel like a jackass. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's day 2 for me. Day 3 for you guys? Is it everything you hoped it would be and more? Because if not, I can make a call. And nothing will happen. Now, what would you all like for Christmas?
You.
Seriously. I'm still digesting breakfast. Don't. Misha, really? All right, cut it out. What? What is this, a Jerry Springer show? Shut up! Just kidding. I'm a 60 shot. No, I'm just shut up. What? Level season? Season 7? We don't know yet. No, I'm serious. We don't know. They haven't told us anything yet. And if you guys could make a call, the CW network. I'll get the number. Don't worry about it though. It'll be in your gift bag. They have a gift bag, right? Probably don't. That sucks. We'll work on that. Let's get to some questions. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
I was just wondering, I had a rumor that you might be possibly appearing on Leverage at some point. I wondered if it was true.
On Leverage?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
That's a rumor. No, there's no plans for me to be on Leverage. I'd like to be. It's a cool show, and I got a buddy that works on it. It's in Portland. We have anybody from Portland? Anybody who's been to Portland? Yeah? Cool city, right? Yeah, I like it. So, it'd be fun. But no, there's no plans for me to be on the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's like, oh, well then great. Screw you. Hi.
Hi. I was just wondering, because you died like a gazillion times on Supernatural. So if you could, come up with your way to die, how would you want to die if you could?
How would I want to die?
Like Dean,
Or how would Dean want to die? I think Dean would want to die in a pile of women. You know? Yeah, that makes sense for him. Women, yeah, yes, women and pie.
And cheeseburgers.
And cheeseburgers.
And
tacos. And taquitos. And what? Beer, pizza. Yeah, basically food and girls. That's Dean's MO. That's what he is. It's a very easy character to play. Yeah, I don't know. It's heroically, I'm sure. I think every man wants to probably die heroically, but I don't know. He's probably got a better shot at it than most people. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But he dies, and then they'll just bring him back. It's like we can't cliffhanger you people with him dying anymore. You guys get it? Oh my gosh, he's dead. It's okay. Thank you.
I mean, you believe in the supernatural? I mean, spells, magical ritual.
Do I believe in supernatural?
Magic.
In magic, and well, I'll tell you, I have a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine. His name's John Dornbos, and he is a professional magician. And that guy will make you question how things work in this world with the way he does magic. It's just amazing. And I'm not talking like, witchery. I mean like card tricks. But he's so good that I've actually seen him make people walk away and be like, no, you're evil. You've sold your soul. That's not right. There's something wrong with you. And the funniest part about it is that's his side gig. He's actually a professional football player. He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Anyway, magic maybe they get him. As far as supernatural goes, I don't know. When I first started the show, I was, I'm more of a realist. I figure if something goes bump in the night, it's probably the wind. It's probably not, or somebody sneaking in which case I will shoot them. I don't know, as I've gotten older and as I've been on the show, maybe it's started to seep into my brain, and I guess maybe now I question it a little bit more, but here's the great thing is, I know what to do. Because I've been playing a guy who kills these things for 6 years. It's like the famous saying, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. So, there you go. Wow, Jared's not here, is he? Really, Misha?
Just kidding. Thank you for your question. Yeah. Hi.
Hi Jensen, I'm Domenica from Italy, and I was wondering, we saw Dean for the first part of season 6, we saw Dean struggling to make things work with Lisa, and then had to come back to his usual work, protecting Sam. I was just wondering, what do you think about it? If he can make maybe somehow things work with another woman maybe, not Lisa, someone else, and have a normal family, because we know for a long time that he has this dream, you know, this secret dream, but he also wants to be with his brother and be an hunter.
I'm gonna get something to drink. Okay. Let's cliff note that real quick. So you're asking if you think Dean can live his hunter life and have a relationship as well? No, well then you get up here and explain it.
Yes, if he can make things work, or yes, to choose one road, and I don't know, what do you think about it?
No, you know, I think we all can agree that Dean was never one that we would pick to be a monogamist. You know, he loved women and he loved them all the time. Which is funny because we really haven't seen Dean get any action in a long time, have we?
No.
Have we?
No.
Sucks. But I don't think that Dean can sustain a relationship with outside of what he does. Just because it puts their lives in jeopardy, which obviously we've touched on in the show, and B, it would never be, it would subject Dean to being vulnerable. You know, he's vulnerable enough because of his ties to his brother. So if anything happens to his brother, I mean, that's his weak spot. But if he invests into another relationship, then it becomes another Achilles heel that he could, you know, that could get him in trouble. So I think the less strings attached, the better he is at what he does. Does that help? That was a fairly decent answer, right?
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to write that one down. Use that one in an interview. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Since it's one of my issues with season 6, I was wondering if you can tell us if the brothers storyline will intertwine with the angel storyline, because now the mother of all storyline seems very detached from the angel storyline.
Yeah, there has been a detachment from the Winchester storyline than the Angels and Demons storyline, right?
Yeah. Without, if you can't give spoilers, it's okay. But
well, I will say that I won't give anything away. But I will say that yes, the storylines have kind of diverted from each other a bit. But I think that happens in a lot of the seasons. You know, we'll go down certain paths with certain characters, and then at the end of the season, it all kind of comes back together.
Okay.
So you can probably expect that to happen.
I just wanted to be reassured of that. I don't need the details.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll work with Misha again.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
Gesundheit. God bless you. What do you say in Italy?
Salute.
Salute. Really? Salute? No, saluto. Saluto. Salute. Grazie. Hi.
Have you ever felt ashamed because of your character behavior, not only in SPN but also in other shows?
One more time. I I'm still going through the saludo thing. One more time.
Have you ever felt ashamed because of your charity behavior? Not only in the screen, in other shows.
Have I felt ashamed?
Because of your character.
Because of Dean?
Dean or another.
I really just feel ashamed of Sam. You know, I mean, it's like, cut the hair, dude. You're a hunter. It's just getting in the way. You know, you don't see military guys walking around with Justin Bieber hair, do you? I can say this because he's not here today. Sucker. No, no. Me personally, I'm not ashamed of anything that they do.
I think it's perfect. Yeah.
Because, well, no, because it's make believe. It's fiction. It's we're telling a story. We're having fun. It is what it is. It's fun. I enjoy it. Again, I'm really just ashamed of Sam. It's pitiful. It's a disgrace to hunters all over the world. Cut the hair, dude. Seriously. And stop wearing boots with 2-inch heels. You're 6'9" for crying out loud. All right, I'll stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I didn't even answer a question. Hi.
In an unlikely event that season 7 doesn't happen, as an actor, do you now start preparing to find other jobs, other roles, or do you wait until you know?
Because season 7 isn't picked up yet, am I preparing myself for it not being or other things? No. No. I will say that I think once the show is, when the show does end, and I don't think that it is ending now. I think when it does end, I'll probably be like, I need 6 months. Just because I mean, we've been going nonstop for 6 years. It's a long time, and I would just like, and the 3 months of hiatus is, that's, I don't know, it's just not enough time. I'd like to take a little time off, and then kind of, cool my jets and pick up my heels a little bit. And, but then it'll be a matter of like reading material, reading scripts, starting to go on meetings and things like that. And if a project comes along that I really like and the producers feel that I'm right for it, then we might have a new gig. What's that?
Television or movies?
Television or film. Most people. It used to be kind of the school of thought that television was second rate to movies, and I mean, I guess in a sense it maybe is. I mean, you think about A-list actors, and they're all predominantly film actors, and they make tons of money. That's great. But television has become a big force. We have very big budgeted epic shows these days. A lot of film actors are coming back to television to do really good roles. And so no, I would be content doing television for the next 6 years. If it's a good show, a good role, it's two different mediums. It's rock and roll and blues. Both awesome. So yeah. Hi.
Hey Jensen. I run a Facebook group called Supernatural Seriously Awesome, and we had Cliff as one of our friends, and he's recently
I'm sorry.
cut his Facebook group, but we were using him as a source of information about what's real and what isn't on the internet. So I was just wondering if you could confirm for everybody again what you have and what you don't have on the internet and what Jared has, because people seem to need to get...
Social network-wise?
Yeah.
We are still not on any social network. Jared or I. We don't have Twitter, we don't have Facebook, MySpace, none of it.
Yeah. Do you know which one of Cliff's are real?
I have no idea, because I'm not on it. So, I mean, I know that he does have one, but I can't verify it.
Okay, thank you for that.
I would be, but, listen, I will say that, be cautious about, maybe it's fake, and there's a lot of, and it sucks that that's
there are people out there
a reality, but
impersonating Cliff at the moment, so we didn't know.
I'm honestly tempted, and I'm not doing it, I'm not saying, but I'm honestly tempted to just get one just to say that this is the official one, but then not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
You know, but then that way people will know that, oh no, this is the official one. He never says anything, but this is the official one. You know, and it would shut people up. It would shut a lot of people up. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. If I do, I'll let you all know.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I had.
What's that?
Give it a try, please.
Give it a try? Why? I'm not going to say anything.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh, because then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will start. I will start thinking about that, and maybe maybe we'll do something like that this year. I'll let you know though.
One more question. Which
Yes,
was
I'm sorry.
that.
Question.
That was just a public service.
Oh, of course it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Take all the time you need.
Last time you came to Rome, you went. We know you did a bit of sightseeing, so we saw some photos of you taking pictures. I just wondered, what were your highlights, and what would you like to go and visit this time around?
Well, Daniela was very gracious to grab a tour guide for a few of us last year, and we went around and we did the Colosseum, we did the Forum, we did the Pantheon, we did the Trevi Fountain. You know, we did all of, well, not all of, but we did a lot of hit a lot of the highlights in a day, and that was with the tour guide. But then this is a really cool story. I don't know. No, I think it was after the fact. But Danielle, my wife, grew up in Louisiana, and next door to her was a family. And that family had, I want to say it's like 8 or 9 kids. They're an amazing family. And I think like 5 of the boys are doctors. And one of the daughters, Anne, who's Danielle's age, is actually a consecrated nun at the Vatican. And so, yeah, and I mean, very cool. And so Danielle wasn't able to come with me last year, and she emailed with Anne and said, listen, you know, Jensen's going to be there with some friends. Can you hook up with them and maybe give them a tour of the Vatican? Well, she did a lot better than that. We met Anne on the steps of the Basilica at like 7 a.m. and with her was a priest and a Vatican scholar. And we went into the Basilica and went to the very back and had a private mass held for us. Underneath, get this, underneath the painting, the big giant painting of the Archangel Michael slaying Satan. That was the highlight of the trip. That was pretty cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm a physio, so I've got a 2-part question related to that. After 6 years of doing pretty much your own stunts all the time, are there any parts of you that are beginning to feel wear and tear? And is there a particular stunt that sticks in your mind as one which in retrospect you really wish you'd left to the professionals?
No, I don't think there's any stuff that I wish I hadn't done. There are ones that were a bit dodgy.
How you were left feeling afterwards rather than the actual temp.
Yeah, I remember the one where, and of course I won't remember the name of the episode. It was with Anna, and we jumped out of the church. And that was a 2-story built set on the soundstage, and we practiced jumping out of the window a few times onto big fall pads, and it was, you know, it was like from jumping from there to the floor. I mean, it was like maybe 20 feet, 25 feet. But when you're standing up, you know, up there and you're looking down, that's a long way. And the pads were maybe as thick as the stage. So not big giant fall pads like you see in the movies, like they were just little blue pads. And we did it a few times, and it was fine. It was like, okay, good, we feel good about it. But then they put the stained glass in, and now we couldn't see we couldn't see what was on the other side of it. And although we knew there were pads on the other side and cameras and everybody waiting on the side, it was just the fact that we couldn't see the landing that was really it made us really nervous. And I remember Jared and I were like, you know, we're standing back there, we're like, okay, all right, we're ready. And they're like, okay, camera set. And I just look over at Jared and I'm like, I really hope those pads are there. And he was like, I know, it's kind of freaking me out that I can't see it. I'm like, yeah, what if they're not there, dude? And then they go, action! And it worked. Actually, it did not work out. The first time we tried it, I jumped out and my jacket had flapped up and completely covered my face. And it was like, well, that could have been a stunt double. I mean, what's the point of having the actor do it if you can't even see their face? And it was the end of the night, and it was going to be like a 45-minute reset to get the new class in and redo all the broken stuff and clear all that out. And it was at the end of the day, we had hit our mark, our 12-hour mark, and that's usually when they pull the plug. And they was like, all right, everybody go home, we're done. And our producer at the time wasn't on set. I don't know where he was. He's no longer with us. But he was on the phone with the director, and it was Charles Beeson who was directing. And, you know, Charles's hands were tied. He's like, I don't have time to go again. I can't. He's saying that I can't go again, the producer. And I was so mad. I told the guys, I was like, get him on the phone. And I grabbed the phone, I'm like, we're doing this again. I don't care what it takes, we're doing this again. Because if you send this tape down to Los Angeles and they see this, they're gonna be twice as mad as me. So extend our time, give us the time to do it, we're gonna make it happen, we're gonna get it right. And then I hung up on him and threw the phone. And then we did it again, they let us do it again, and we did it, we got it right, and it was good. So, yeah. I can get a little angry at 2 in the morning. I'm just kidding. All right, I can't. Hi.
Hello. Sorry for my English. So, if you had the opportunity to work on another project with Jared, what would like it be?
If I had an opportunity to work on something different than Supernatural with Jared,
yes.
What would it be? What was that?
Comedy show.
A cop show?
Comedy.
Oh, comedy. Cop shows are funny. I don't know. You know, it's he and I always talk about how we liken the characters to kind of like a Butch Cassidy and Sundance, and that'd be a fun movie to redo. But to be honest, I really wouldn't want to work with him again. So. I don't know. You know, I do. I hope we get to work together again. I mean, it's obviously like he and I work very well together, and there's a good rapport between as far as like acting goes. So that would be good. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe something where he has to play drag the whole time, so that I can take him more seriously. That was a horrible answer. I should have just stuck with a cop show. We're gonna do a cop show. Yeah.
Nice. I have another question.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Which one of the actors of Supernatural would you like to work with again?
Which actor in Supernatural would I like to work with again?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot to choose from. I would say the first one that comes to mind is Gary Cole. Gary Cole, yeah, some of you know who Gary Cole did a guest spot on our show in Hollywood Babylon. Was it Hollywood Babylon? No. Was it? Really? Hollywood Babylon. And he played the producer. And Gary has worked with Bob Singer, so Bob Singer kind of called in a favor because Gary doesn't need to do our show. He's in movies, and he's a very highly working actor, but hilarious. And I don't know. I think that if I did get to work with him again, it would probably be a really cool project. But there's a lot of people that I've gotten to work with over the years that I'd love to work with again, and some that I would never want to work with again. But more that I would want to work with again. I'm done.
It's for me. I don't understand.
Oh, well, I'm just making nonsense to you then. Thank you.
Merci.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Marina and I'm from Russia. My question is, in future, when you direct your movie, what role would you like to put Jared in?
If I direct a movie, what role would I put Jared in? Jeez. I didn't say anything. It's like the slow clap in like a bad teenage movie. Don't start that. What was the movie with Robert De Niro and Robin Williams? Awakenings, I think it was, where Robert De Niro is basically in like a coma for the entire movie. That was too easy. Next question.
Hi, Jensen. Two little questions. So in Supernatural, we always listen to a lot of good songs. Is it you who make the selection?
No. No, I don't do a whole lot for that show, other than what you see. It is a giant chain, we like to call, and I am simply one link in that chain. And I wish that more actors would think like that. But from the time that the script is, or the idea is hatched with the writers in the writing room, then they have to make a script, then that script has to get passed, then there has to be a writer's draft, then there has to be a studio draft, then there's a network draft, then there's a production draft, then there's revisions on top of that production draft, then we finally go into prepping for the show. So by the time it gets to me, I'm just a little plug-in. Right, and then after I'm done, then it goes to post-production, and that's where the music is chosen. And most of the music that you hear is done by our post-production team, led by Phil Segricha, who's a huge music fanatic. He also directs some of the episodes as well. But Phil's one of those guys that will travel across the planet to go to a music festival. I think the last one he went to was in Reykjavik. So, do we have anybody from Iceland here? No? Didn't think so. Yeah, so I mean, he is a giant music fan and will talk your ear off about all different kinds of music. So a lot of the stuff that you hear is stuff that but you know, Eric too. I mean, it's a lot of those people, they all love music and want it to be a part of the show. I don't get to do any of that. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I've had some suggestions. I don't know what they mean.
The second is,
yes.
How was Make Love with an Angel?
Earth-shattering. It was like heaven. It was angelic. There's too many, that's too easy. Well, Dean might have a different answer, but I will say from a reality standpoint, love scenes and kissing scenes and sex scenes, all of that stuff is always very awkward when you're doing it on camera, because you have to get into a certain position. My shoulder can't go this low because I'm blocking her face, so I have to move back here, so you know, the camera's right here. You've got like a sweaty guy with a boom like hanging over you. I do have to say that our boom operator is not a sweaty crew guy. Chris, I love you, and you would never do that, but you can imagine.
Yes.
There's crew guys all around, and so it's a very awkward situation, and I always try to make sure that the girl is as comfortable and as covered up as possible, because I mean she's even more in a more vulnerable kind of situation. And especially somebody like a guest star who doesn't know these faces. Like, I know all these guys. So anyway, that's what it was like making love to an angel.
Thank you.
Not very exciting, was it? Thanks. Bye.
question, but there is something we want to tell you. Actually, she wrote this, but she can't handle the pressure. And she can't handle the pressure. Okay. And also because I mean every word of this too, so I'll be very quick. When we first saw him in Supernatural, we thought, oh well, he's really handsome. But then we found out that there was more.
But then he got older.
We found out that there was more than that. That you have so much more to offer. We think that a good actor can take you to a different place, and it's able not only to make you forget you are watching an actor, but also makes you care about the journey of their character. And you really make people who watch you, to care about you and your characters. And not just because you have a pretty face.
She's not done. Continue.
You have both tragedy and comedy with equal ability, and your face and eyes speaks 1,000 words, even when you are saying not in a role. So when Supernatural will end, don't think about it as a conclusion, but it's a stepping stone which will lead you towards a bright future, because you are Oscar material.
Very, very sweet. Thank you very much. That's. I'm like, Mom, is that you? Very sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I like those questions. Hi. Top that. I'm listening.
We all know Dean thought he saw for Sam.
What's that?
We all know Dean thought he saw for Sam.
Yes.
The question is, for whom, for who, or what would you sell your soul?
Would I sell my soul?
For what and who?
Oh, for who?
Yes.
Who would I sell my soul for? Well, I don't think you can sell your soul. And if you could, I think there'd be a lot of soulless people in the world, and that would be very unfortunate. But if there were an opportunity to trade my soul for the life of somebody else, I would have to say my wife. There's it makes me think of this. There's a really cheesy country song. Not cheesy, but it's old, by Tim McGraw, called "Don't Take the Girl." Have you guys ever heard that song? And in the last verse, he basically, his wife is dying, and he hits his knees and prays to God that don't take her, take me instead. And that's kind of the same thing. There you go. That was super cheesy. Dripping with cheddar. Hi.
Hi, I can talk all this compliments that I can go to this question, but I just want to know if you can choose any actor of the world, whom would you invite in Supernatural? Any.
If I could choose any actor to what?
In the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
To be on Supernatural?
Yeah, to play in Supernatural.
Oh. Gosh. David Caruso. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun just to sit back and watch the hits keep coming. What? Yeah, why don't you tell me what kind of actors do you guys want? Because that's what's happening now. No, I don't know. I think there's a lot of really, really good actors out there, and I would love the opportunity to work with dozens and dozens and dozens of them. So I don't know. I mean, think about even the older guy, Sir Anthony Hopkins. How cool would it be to work with him? And then then you think about the Johnny Depps, or you think about Sean Connery, Bond. How cool would that be? Yeah. Of course, the cast of Buffy. I mean, what actor in their right mind wouldn't give their left arm to be in a scene with Sarah Michelle Gellar? It's embarrassing. Oh.
How about it?
I was just talking about Buffy. No big deal. Are we switching? Is it time to go? I have to go, No. Jason's like, no you don't, no you don't, stay. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much. See you all later.